All right, good morning. So this is the topic of the electric field. A very important question in electric field is the topic of non-uniform electric fields. Okay, and normally what you see in examination are the questions pertaining to uniform electric fields. But this question is different, okay? And this is applicable to the students who are preparing for CBSE, NEET, JEE Mains, or any other board across the globe. Okay, so there is no difference between uh, physics which you see in India or you see across the globe. Okay, not too much. Now let's focus on this question now. So these lines which I've drawn represent the electric uh, field lines, and there are two points A and B. The question which is asked is, what is the relative strength of electric field at A and B? Okay. Now the way to identify, and remember that electric fields and magnetic fields have a lot to do with visualization, right? To visualize the strength of a electric field, we use these lines. Okay, and the same is true for magnetic fields. So if you notice the area which is dense, okay, you have a lot of electric field lines in this particular area as compared to this is the area of a stronger electric field. Okay, so the choice number A anyway is correct. Okay, and since the electric field lines are moving towards this side, okay, let's also, okay, before I talk about what direction are they moving in, let's talk about this choice. Right, this is outrightly wrong because dimensionally inconsistent. How can you have EB by R square to be an electric field? Cannot be. So EA, this also is incorrect, right? So these two got eliminated because they were dimensionally wrong. The only choice was this. Now, with the help of the knowledge of non-uniform field, this was non-uniform because I knew that a uniform field generally would look like this, okay? Equally spaced field lines, okay? So this is a uniform field, equidistant, okay? This is a, but the moment you make a field like this where the distance between the field lines, okay, here, for example, right, it is way too, and look at the difference between the field lines here. It's wide. Okay. So here the field is weak. Okay. Here the field is strong. Okay. So this was easy one, right? You can be asked a one marker or a question in NEET examination or a JEE mains similar to this. But I will tell you a small advanced version of this, which you would know because you would have done uniform electric fields. But let's say we have a dipole which is existing here. Okay, so let's say there is a dipole which exists in an area which is close to this electric field, and let's compare what happens when this dipole is existing. Okay, and let's see what is the direction of motion of the dipole in this situation, right? So let me draw the diagram, and then it's a small quiz we're doing. It's a small quiz. Okay, so this is your dipole. Okay, this is your dipole. Okay, and this is negative, this is positive. My question is, what is the direction in which this dipole will move? Will it get repelled or will it get attracted? Normally, okay, and let's assume the electric field is all over. Okay, so this dipole is inside this field anyway, right? So this is the dipole. Okay, this is the situation. Okay, if you remember, for a uniform electric field, the net force on a dipole is zero, right? If you have a uniform field and you put a dipole here, the net force is zero because one side is experiencing a force of QE, the other side is experiencing a force of minus QE. So the net force is 0. There is no translatory motion. Important question for board examination, right? And then you have torque calculation for a dipole, right? Equilibrium. Very important topic of equilibrium when a dipole is kept in an external electric field. But let's talk about this scenario. In this scenario, if you notice, the dipole is in external electric field and the dipole is exposed to a non-uniform electric field. Now, what does it mean? It means that dipole will experience unequal forces on the two sides. Now, the force which this charge is experiencing is high, right? Why? Because the electric field lines are of this size, but by the time you reach the positive side, the electric field lines they increase in size. So you have this weak electric field here. So the force being experienced by this charge is low and the force being experienced by this charge is high. As a result of this, there is a resultant force on the dipole because it is unequal. The force which this is experiencing is less. It's QE but E is low. This is QE but E is higher because it's not a uniform scenario where the QE and QE on both the sides will be equal. As a result, what happens is, if you notice, the electric field lines are going away. So this is likely some positive charge which is producing this type of electric. Some configuration, we don't know the shape, but definitely we know the direction. So this is likely a positive direction. So this particular charge is experiencing a higher force. It's a negative charge. So this is getting attracted to this side. And the one which is this, the repulsion it is experiencing is less because it is, in a weaker electric field area. As a result, the net resultant in translatory motion is that this dipole will move towards the left. So this was just a bonus question I did for clarity. But my recommendation is, please, if you're preparing for board examination, do the type of questions that involve a dipole in an electric field. You must know what is a net force, zero, what is a torque, where is the stable equilibrium, where is the unstable equilibrium, what is the potential energy of a dipole in an external uniform electric field, and you should also understand the concept of torque on a dipole. Very important. The students who are preparing for JEE Mains and JEE Advanced can probably go for advanced level problems of simple harmonic motion when a dipole is kept inside an electric field and oscillates. When being disturbed, it wants to come back to a stable scenario. You can be asked non-uniform scenarios in JEE Mains, CBSE, because this was more about visualization. There was nothing mathematical or there was no integration involved. So straightforward question. So I hope you like this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel because this channel is coming out with some fantastic questions which are very exam centric, which actually help you develop concepts. The questions you have to attempt on this channel are available. Please keep on attempting them. It will help you identify what are your weak spots, what are the concepts which are good, and then to support your weak points, I am putting the videos which you can go and watch. So you have shorts available, videos. You have around 30-35 playlists that cover class 11th and class 12th physics, irrespective of the board you have. The idea is to get you more explanation and clarity. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And again, thank you very much. Wait for my next video.